Hey guys, plus ones this week. It is just us. Just
empty couches.
The OG pair. Today we're going to be talking. This guy's going to get a little wholesome.
Yeah.
He's going to talk about the one that got away.
Crazy.
Okay. Also, I'm going to talk about the things what your ex did, but you still stayed.
There's a lot.
Yeah, that was probably. It's like we really switch gears in between there. We go from like a really wholesome vibe and talking about our lives and existential crises to then talking about the things that we're very ashamed to admit out loud that we do now. Anyways, like I say, we always love it if you could subscribe if you're enjoying the show and give us a like or a dislike, whatever, but make sure you comment down below as well. Love yous.
Plus ones. It's really good. Promise.
Just us this week.
Yeah, it feels weird not having a guest there.
Yeah, but actually I'm kind of liking it. Then we can just catch up, me and you, bro.
It's been a while.
Yeah. How was it?
No, I've been good. Honestly, just I've been, I know like we talk about social media heaps on here, but been slowly getting back into making like content-y type videos rather than like it being like ads or whatever. But yeah, Ella and Kings, the last people that we had on the last episode, they've been keeping me accountable. So it's been good, being consistent. And no, I've actually I just bought something that I have been wanting for ages as well, which has been really, really nice.
What'd you buy?
Just some track pants, but I've been wanting them for ages.
Yeah?
So
what kind of track pants?
Just some like Japanese ones.
Oh, you don't want to say the brand?
Nah, because I want to gatekeep these ones.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay, my bad.
No, but other than that, been pretty good. It's like this year's gone a lot faster than I thought. How have you been?
Yeah, busy. I've been busy. I finally got a house, so that's cool.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Thank you.
That's a huge one. Like,
yeah, but no one actually really cares.
No, I feel like the people who do care, like really care, because that's like something that is admirable. You know what I mean? Like it's like everyone's looks forward to getting that one day, and it's like kind of cool. It seems more realistic when one of your homies gets
like when
it.
your friends does it? Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's definitely something to be proud of. Like you and your partner, it's a huge step for you and your partner.
Yeah, we haven't even lived together yet.
Yeah.
And then we just bought a house to live in together with.
Yeah.
And we're moving in together. We bought it together to now move in together with. Whoa, okay. we bought it. We have not lived together. We've bought it, and this will be the first time we're living together.
Yeah.
There we go.
Is it what's it called because I know that you had the process of going through multiple house viewings.
Yeah.
Is it like we'll just get this house because it's like more like it's one of the easier ones to get, or is it like we actually fuck with this house?
No, this was the one.
Yeah. So
like we lost a lot of auctions. This one was going to auction, but we decided to put in like an offer before the auction, which you can do. Yeah. But you have to get your shit sorted real fast.
Does that help like the process of you actually getting the house?
Sometimes when you put in a pre-auction offer for a house, it will just bring the auction forward to the day you put it in. But we put in a clause. We said, we're offering this, but you have to withdraw from the auction. That was the clause.
Yeah.
And apparently they were like, oh, yeah, potentially. So we felt like because we had heard that they had already bought a house and it was conditioned to them selling this one. So we were like, they have to sell it. Like, they have to sell it, otherwise they lose the other house. So I was like, this could be a good one to try. But this was the house we walked in. We only saw it once and we put an offer in. I've literally only been to the house once.
What's the favourite part of the house? Because I've seen photos of it and it looks amazing.
It's got it has like a really beautiful, like it's got 2 decks, but it's got like the deck looks out into like the bush. So the land isn't like super, it's got a bit of land, but it's not super usable because it kind of like slopes and there's like a lot of bush. But like the fact that you can look out the back of your house and you're not looking into someone's backyard, you're looking into like nature. That's what I like. So it's like in town, but I'm looking into nature. Yeah. It makes me feel like
best of both
like
worlds.
I'm in like Titirangi or something, you know? Like it's those vibes. But no, it's a really beautiful house, and like the carpet in the bottom of the house is like really fluffy and warm.
Oh,
and
did
like,
it come with like all that stuff? You didn't have to
it
like
comes with carpet, yeah.
Oh no, you know how like sometimes you can like refurbish it?
Nah, it's like it comes with all the bare bones, right?
Yeah.
So like the furniture, obviously, like it doesn't have any of the furniture, but like the walls, the windows, but to be fair, actually, not a bad shout because it doesn't always have like curtains and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't have that, but now all of that will be in there.
Mean.
Yeah, but I saw old photos of the house of what it looked like before these owners renovated it, and like what they did with it is amazing. So it's literally like we move in and we don't have to do anything to the house. Gangsta. It's so stunning. Bro, it's so stunning.
Are you nervous to move in with your partner for the first time?
Nah. Nah, we'll be fine. We're adults. We'll be right.
Is this your first time like living?
Yeah,
with a
first time
partner?
living with someone.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
And it's him, so it's kind of like cool
Yeah.
because he's the man. But I will say, I have been very, very depressed
Why?
because I haven't been able to lock in the house. I was honestly fully having an existential crisis.
Yeah.
Because I just, this will sound real, almost vain, but I don't think it is. It's just like the nature of someone who overthinks. But I'm a big believer in like you put good into the world, good will come back. And I always try to
good
stay
karma.
on that waka. Like I believe in like a good karmic cycle, or like very heavy believer in that. And a lot of things that I put my good energy into, and a lot of things that I, like law of attraction, I'm always trying to manifest things into reality. They always happen. And this one, like
Just took longer
trying
than
to buy
expected?
a house, I wanted it so bad and it wasn't happening. So I was convinced
That it wasn't.
I
gonna
had
happen.
done something wrong, or like I had pissed someone off, or I took shit about the wrong person, or something. I'd
Someone
like
was stabbing your
convinced
voodoo doll.
myself. Yeah. Like I thought someone had a voodoo doll of me and they were saying she'll never get a house, I was so convinced. So I had this real like internal like looking in toward myself, like what about you is wrong? Like what have you done wrong to not deserve this thing that you've worked hard for? That was the real thing. But really, it was the like universe gearing me up for the house.
Yeah.
I lost 4 houses, bro. And I know this is like a very privileged chat because but I did work my fucking ass off to get this. So I don't want to like invalidate my hard work, but also I don't want to make anyone think I sound like an eat ass because I'm talking about buying a home and I know that's not super attainable at this time. But like, I fully thought I was like, I'm a horrible person. That's why I'm not getting what I want. Like, oh my God, what have I done? Like, yeah, so it's kind of nice that I got it because I'm like, oh no, I'm sweet.
Yeah.
No,
and
literally,
and like you
gone.
said, it's the house.
It's the house.
too.
Yeah. So that was cool, but it was hard. Like it was just like I was just in this thing. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm such a floater. Why can't I do the things I want to do? Like, yeah.
And you're all good now. You're like better. Like your work, you're getting there, right?
Yeah, we're on the right path. In the waka on our own. I'm still a little bit paddling by myself, but we're nearly there.
Sometimes you do need to pedal by yourself for a little bit.
Oh yeah. I know. But nah, I feel way better now. But how about you? Apparently you had a scrap on Friday.
Nah, I just don't like rude people, man.
Yep.
So me and one of our good friends, Mal, shout out to Mal, she's good at taking film photos, and I got
Yeah.
a film camera. So I was just like, you know what, let's just take some cool photos while we're here. While we're both here, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And we just went down to the local dairy, and honestly, it's harmless.
Yeah.
Like it was harmless. I was like, the guy was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Bro,
Taking a
I'm
photo?
just taking a photo." And then he goes, "No, not in here. You're not allowed to do that." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, all good. We'll leave." And then the man proceeds to cough, but doesn't cover his mouth, and he's coughing in the direction of Mal. And when you're in a dairy, it's quite confined. It's small. And I was just like, "Bro, close your fucking mouth." And then, because I was already kind of annoyed that he said no, right?
Yeah.
And then he was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Close your mouth, bro. You just coughed in a girl's face." And then he was like, "Oh, get the fuck out of my dairy, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, "Bro, that's so rude."
Oh.
And then
2025.
and Mel was just like, let's go. Because I reckon if if he had said something more, I would have
She's so non-conflict as well.
yeah.
But also
also I'm not conflict as well.
No, that's what I mean. When I heard the story, I went, wait, Randy got a fight? And that
It
was
wasn't.
like,
It wasn't. It was
and I was
literally
like, oh
just
my
a couple
God.
of
I was
words.
like, make sure to. I knew something was off with him that night. I knew
literally-
something was off.
Literally looked at him and I was like, "Bro, cover your mouth."
Because do you remember when you were leaving? I thought you weren't all good.
Yeah.
And I was like,
fine.
you were like, I was like, you're right, and you're like, yeah, I've just got work later, and I was like, oh,
yeah. I just
me
long day.
internalizing it in the car, like
Long
I'm like,
day.
oh, long day.
Nah, but it was a funny one. I wouldn't have normally done that.
Yeah,
Because I would have just been like, "Yeah, sorry, bro, my bad."
yeah, you sound scrappy.
I was like, "Bro, I don't have time for you and your fucking cough. Cover your mouth, bro." Nah, jokes. On the potty
Don't cough
today.
around Randy, okay?
Yeah. Or if you're gonna, bro, cover your mouth.
Cover your mouth.
It was disgusting. It was
Yeah.
actually yuck. The way he did it, it was one of these ones.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and you can
Pause.
see Mel go
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, bro, because when you're just already annoyed at something.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't think that I could fucking.
Oh,
do it,
our
to be
producer
fair.
T Money knows. I've been trying to fight anyone who wants it at the moment because I've been so stressed. So I feel you. I hear you.
There's the one time where I thought I was tough.
Yeah.
But all good now in a better mindset. Yeah, just a
what a king.
busy weekend.
Yeah. busy life, eh?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But on the potty today, I don't know, I've been getting into like a little bit more of the wholesome side of
Your
things.
feels.
Or like not necessarily like wholesome, but just like more in depth. It's funny because like I feel like most of us or some of us have had like a the one that got away type of story, whether it be platonic or romantic.
Okay.
I'll start with-
Platonic.
yeah, like like best friend or something like that, like
Oh,
maybe
anyone who's not here, they're gone.
mainly it must
You
be
ain't in my life no more. I don't care.
must be mainly romantic then, because I've slowed down thinking about this one, but there was a time heavily last year, potentially the year before that as well, where I was like I was thinking about it a lot. And
Someone that got away.
Yeah. I feel like almost like now it's a little bit more chill. But
Is it someone I know?
I don't think so. I think you know her sister maybe, but not her specifically. But it was like last year or even like the year before. And it's bad. I feel like it's bad of me because I was thinking. This is how I know it was one of those the one that got away type stories, because I was thinking about it through relationships. Like I was in a relationship.
Damn.
Yeah. So like, if I break down the story, bear with me if I ramble on.
Okay.
But I got a couple of examples because I went through this. The reason why I'm talking about this because I saw this thread and I was like, shit, like people have gone through this like similar boat.
Yeah.
So essentially in year 12, I was seeing this like beautiful inside and out person, and I got into my first relationship after that. This sounds stink because my first relationship, she was actually super, super cool.
Yeah.
But honestly, I hate that I'm saying this, but I did it purely out of convenience. So I was seeing that girl in year 12 and I had ended it with her towards going into my year 13 year because a fling before that had reached out and said like, oh, like, I like you, blah, blah, blah. And when you're in school, it's kind of like when someone says they like you, you kind of feel like, oh shit, like I like you too.
And then sometimes 2 weeks later they don't.
Yeah. So it's like that happened. And then I felt like I had to make the world's biggest decision at the time. And I was like, damn, like I can see this girl every day at school, which back then was the best thing ever. Cause like you seeing your girlfriend every single day was like the coolest thing ever to me at least. Or I could not see this girl throughout the whole week, but see her on the weekends when we play basketball. And thinking about it now, the second option is actually so much more healthier.
But also so much more you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine you like wanting to date someone we work with, like, seeing them every day. Yeah.
And so I made the decision, and because I was still talking to XYZ at the time, it was like, I think it was like maybe 12:30 in the morning or something like that. Like I couldn't sleep. And so I had called her and I was like, hey, can we talk? And keep in mind, I'm like 15, 16.
Yeah. I was like, this is crazy work.
And I call her and I say, hey, like, I don't think I could do this anymore. And I actually didn't have a reason other than the fact that like I wanted to be with someone else. But the main reason was because like of convenience.
Yeah.
And like it got like, long story short, we ended things. Her friends hated me at the time because there was actually no reason for me to like, and I got into another relationship, and during that relationship, I would think about it constantly because I was working at a mall where the school that she was at, she was like around the corner. So like every time I saw like that school's uniform, so it's like shit like that. Yeah. And then I thought it would like be over and done with. Like over and gone. And then year after year after year, I'd still like think about it hard out.
And you're still thinking about it now?
Oh, well, now that we're having this conversation a little bit, but not as much. Because she's actually like, funny story, we actually linked up after a long time. This was during COVID. After a long time, and we had caught up, and I was trying to pursue But she was unfortunately talking to someone else. Because I had asked her, I was like, "Oh, are you talking to anyone at the moment?" And I have nothing against the bro. Like, small world. I used to actually work with him as well. But like, he's a overall good guy. Like, probably the best for her. And now they live in London. But
Wow.
yeah, like during that point, like that really broke my heart. And I was like, shit, like if I didn't, I tell my best friends all the time, and I guess you guys are my best friends now because like I'm telling you guys this like in confidence, but I think my life would have been completely different, and I think I still would have been with her to this day if I didn't make that decision in year 12.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like a really big realization.
That's my my one that got away story. And I'm like I'm real what's it comfortable with it now. Like I'm not like I'm not as like, oh my God, like what if it's kind of just like, oh, like I'm kind of like happy for her.
What
now.
do they say? That sometimes they're like right person, wrong time.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it was like right person, just idiot.
Yeah.
Like I just made like, and this is no disrespect to my first.
Right person, wrong person.
Yeah, my first. It's no disrespect to my first partner, but like, it was like even to the point, and this is me being super super vulnerable with you guys, but because me and my first partner, we used to work at the same place, and this is how often I was thinking of XYZ. I had written in my notes on my phone like what I would say to her if I saw her again.
Wow.
And because I'm quite like open, like with my partners, like I completely forgot about that. Didn't think that she would go through my notes, of all things. Went through my notes and she read the whole thing and she started crying at work. And I was like, fuck, like that's like as a partner, like this, like, and that was so shit of me.
Yeah. You didn't even lock your note?
Nah, like I just,
oh my God.
And it was literally like the note title was like something like cringy, like if I see you again or some shit.
You could have said it was a poem.
Yeah, and
that
like,
you saw.
and because I feel like
you shouldn't lie. You always be honest.
Yeah. Like back then, because I was so young and toxic, like but that's like, and it was like long as frick. Like it was like you had to scroll. Because I would just like, it was almost like my journal, but that's the only thing I would journal about.
No, do you know what? Like I was going to say, I feel like I used to use...
Sorry, that was such a ramble.
No, that's all right. We don't care. It's literally a podcast, bro. It's a long form.
That was such a ramble.
You're allowed to. I have some things locked, but I used to do the same thing, like use my phone as like a journal if I didn't have something with me. And like, if anyone read any of those locked notes, I would be so embarrassed. Oh wait, the last lock note I've got mum's passwords. That's
yeah.
nothing that bad. But I used to write the date and just
yeah. It was for me. I think that has been the most. I don't think I've told many people about this story as well. So like,
damn,
like that's how comfortable I am with it now.
Yeah,
that's how comfortable I am with it now. But
yeah.
I always told myself if there was like even the slightest bit, like the smallest.
Do you know what though? I think that potentially there's a reason why that person still appears to be on your mind. Not so much now, but like has been.
Yeah.
I think like it could be a signal from the universe, and I know people think this shit's corny, but I just think it's true. Like there's a signal from the universe that whoever you were with at the time like wasn't the person you were meant to be with if you keep thinking about this other person.
Yeah.
That's not to say that person is the person, but like why do you keep thinking about them? Like what is it that you need to learn from that situation? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a thing. But then also like when I first met my man years and years and years ago, I always thought he was just like he was always on my mind. Not like in a hard out way. It's not like we were super close or anything, but I just like always thought of him as like, man, that like really lovely guy I met in town that like obviously wasn't available for me to
do things with.
No, obviously. But then like, and then you end up seeing them.
Yeah.
And then you end up rekindling, and like, so potentially it could be like a rekindle thing. Maybe.
Nah,
that's the vibe.
I highly doubt it now because one, she's moved overseas.
There might even be someone, the next person that comes into your life is very reminiscent of that person, or like, you know what I mean? The bad decision, or not the bad decisions, but where you fucked up with that one. Someone's going to come along and you'll know, it'll remind you, you'll have deja vu and you'll be like, I'm not making that mistake again. It might be like that.
Yeah.
Wait, don't apologize about getting deep. I love it.
I also want to say, I don't know if any of her friends, because like certain people will know exactly who I'm talking about if they do listen to this podcast.
I'm so interested when you said I might know their sister. So I'm like,
yeah, you definitely know her sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of my friends that have sisters.
But what I do want to say, and this is again me being super, super open and vulnerable about this, because like I said, I would see them every weekend because that's how I met them, her and her friends. They played representative basketball, so I met them through hoops, essentially. And at the time, they absolutely hated my guts, and now it's all good now. Like everyone's like all good and civil and stuff like that. But I never actually had the chance to say that I'm sorry. So I'm actually super, super sorry about that, because like there was actually no reason for me. Like when she asked why, I had no why.
Man, this is just Randy's episode today. I like it. I have an idea of who I'm thinking it could be, but I could be totally wrong.
We'll talk about it off here.
Obviously, I'm not going to go like, how was it?
But yeah, for the longest time, that was my the one that got away story.
The one that got away, yeah. That's cool.
And I think now, just to like end it on like a nice note, like she's gotten away, but like I'm super, super stoked for her.
You're okay with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, love and light. Love and light, not shove and fight. That's what they say.
Because if you think about it, 2015, what is it, 2025? That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, I was already at uni then. Yeah. God.
I was year 12.
If I was still missing...
And I was a grown-ass man still thinking about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, you forget that sometimes certain people in your life that come through, whether they are in your life now or they're not in your life, they actually have such a huge impact.
Yeah.
Like, they might not be in your life forever, but for the smallest time or the time period that they are within your life, like, there's just certain things that make you go, wow, that person was actually, like, a huge part of your life. Damn! I told you guys, I'm not just funny, man.
Guys, it's hard to follow. That one is very hard to follow.
I had examples, but I felt like I just talked for too long.
I did talk about an existential crisis, but me thinking that the world hated me because things weren't happening for me. And I honestly, it got so, sometimes when you start thinking about something, it gets so internal, and then you realize you just have to shake yourself out and you're like, it's not that deep. Yeah. It's actually not that deep sometimes. Well, hey, carry on.
No, one more thing. Because we're talking to our YouTube audience as well. Yeah. Or wherever you're listening to this. Yeah. You can DM us on the plus, because this is something that I'm curious about. I would love to know your one that got away stories. If you have any, like, let us know, because I felt like, because I did have examples here, but I want to hear like just from our plus ones audience,
Yeah, like that. Like, have you ever had one that got away, or that the one that got away that you found again? Yeah.
Oh, that could be good. Yeah,
That's cute.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Speaking of exes, little bit of a segue. You were talking about an ex, so I actually posted.
Oh, actually, sorry. Before you get there, sorry. Do you know what's crazy is that she wasn't even an ex. So I hadn't even asked her out yet.
Oh, so you broke up with her and you weren't even together?
Yeah, but like we were talking for a solid like almost a year, I would say.
Goddamn.
Anyway, sorry. That's enough about me.
That's all right. I'm so used to being talked over. No, I'm just kidding. I posted a TikTok just for the little. I was just feeling goofy, and
you have been posting a lot lately, which has been cool to see.
I've been practicing consistency. I'm just trying to show up every day, and I wrote, "Tell me the thing your ex did, but you still stayed." Okay, and when I tell you, there is nearly 1,000 comments.
Yeah.
Of people saying really out the gate stuff. And like I actually talked about this. I talked about this on our show, but like it's gotten even like there's been so many more, like double the amount of comments since.
I feel like it's quite normal as well.
Oh yeah. So like for me and my caption, like, and we've spoken about this before, I put in my caption, mine never washed their hands after the loo. What about you?
That's disgusting.
Which is gross. It's a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's a pandemic. Wash your hands after you pee.
There's literally signs in the toilet.
If you don't touch your willy when you go piss.
You just wash it.
Wash your hands. You're in the air that has poo particles in it. Okay? All right. Tell me the thing your ex did, but you still stayed. There's so many.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah. Just ramble through them.
I read some of these out on my show, but there's so many more now.
Yeah.
Would check to see what undies I was wearing because wearing a G-string meant I was cheating. In brackets, happened weekly. And this is a girl we know too. Said that.
Wow. I would think like that's hot. Like, damn.
Some guy's insecure. This says, found him talking to another girl and blamed me because I was asleep.
Okay, guys, we got to do better, man.
This one said, never showered after a gym workout. Straight to bed, sweetie. That is
I got a
disgusting.
friend. I got a friend.
My
that
man
does.
won't even sit on the couch after the gym. He
Yeah.
feels so gross.
Yeah,
And he'll sit on the floor.
Like I have a friend who tried to get in my bed after the gym.
And you're like, oh,
And I was like, bro, like,
get out.
don't touch anything in my room right now.
Yeah.
That's
gross.
disgusting.
This one says, and this our sis works with us actually. One of my exes kept me a secret for 3 years. Just friends.
You can only be kept a secret for so long, man. How long? Okay, sorry, this is a bit of a tangent, but how
Yeah.
long do you feel like, especially because there's a lot of couples and a lot of people that want to like remain like hidden for a little bit.
Yeah.
How long is like too long before you start going, okay,
Nah,
I would like to get a little bit of like light shine on me.
I think it's like you don't see it until you do. Do you know what I mean? I know it sounds so dumb. It's like you don't know until you know.
Yeah.
Or what I remember a girl I went to uni with one time when she was drunk, she said to me, Tegan, you don't know until you know, you know? And I think that's really like quite powerful.
Yeah. Let that sink in.
Let that sink in. Okay, we've got more. Sent, okay, the thing your ex did but you still stayed. Sent his ex flowers and got mad when I found out from his messages.
Nah, I couldn't be in a relationship and you're sending stuff regardless of what it is to your ex.
Yeah. Anything, yeah, it's a bit random.
Like even if it's like, oh, but it's her birthday and I'm like, bro, you always like that stopped when you guys stopped dating. Like, you know what I mean? We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I know there is people who are friends with their ex in a very non-invasive way and it's sweet.
Yeah.
Like if you're contacting each other for something super normal, but it's weird to like text your ex guy and say what's up while you're like with someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
if you're both single, that's completely fine. But if you've started to see someone else or they've
Yeah.
started to see someone else,
Yeah.
like you just gotta take into consideration how certain people are gonna feel about it.
But also like for example, there is a platonic way, like my ex that we work with.
Yeah.
When me and my boyfriend bought our house, he messaged me and goes, hey, I overheard you talking about this in the pub. Congratulations. So
Yeah.
happy for you. Like, you know,
To be
But
fair,
yeah.
that's my favorite ex of yours though.
he's the best one.
Yeah.
He's the only one I'd like to count. The one before that, like my first proper relation, he's a nice guy. Like,
Yeah.
we still follow each other on Instagram, but it's nothing weird. But like, because we've got mutuals, like one of my best guy friends is one of his best friends. So like, but we don't never run into each other. But like, it's still cool. Like, it's sweet.
I just would like to say, if you're an ex right now to anyone, you look like a weirdo if you do that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like
What?
if you're like reaching out
Yeah, it's strange.
after a certain amount of time, like let's just say a year, and they've moved on to another relationship, and you're like sliding into the DMs or
But
you're
also,
sending presents and stuff. It's weird energy.
If you guys are both, like, even if you guys aren't talking, but if you guys are both in new relationships and you think, like, maybe you've gotten to a point where you go, fuck, I feel really bad for, like, how things ended. You don't have to, like, reach out and say that because you guys are both moved on.
Yeah.
But, like, if you ever ran into each other, you could be like, hey, fuck, I'm real sorry about that. Like, yeah, fuck, all good. Glad we're all good. But, like, it doesn't need to be something, you don't have to do that.
Doesn't mean-
Like,
yeah.
I think the fact that you've moved on is response enough. you know?
Yeah, it's enough. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, tell me the thing your ex did but you still stayed. Wore my shapewear.
What's shapewear?
It's what girls wear to like I'll wear them sometimes. Like if I've got a tight dress, I'll wear shapewear, which is like we call them like
Spanx.
Spanx. Yeah.
What? Why? Why? My guy trying to look snatched.
Maybe. Okay, this one says brought me flowers on Afterpay and made me pay for it.
Kings, man.
No, this one got me. Told me he was moving to Aussie for good. Saw him at the movies the next week.
The thing is, right? New Zealand's such a small place, man. You
Yeah.
can't say you're moving country if you're not moving country.
No, exactly. How about this one? Asked for gas money after he drove 20 minutes to see me.
That's low, eh? That's low. Don't go. I always say this about any situation with money, okay? And I say this so respectfully.
Yeah.
So respectfully.
Yeah.
If you can't afford it,
Then don't do
don't
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it. Who cares? Okay, what else we got? Okay, there's honestly, this one said cheated on me with multiple men from Reddit.
From Reddit?
That's a random
Can
place
you link
to
up
find
on Reddit
love,
like that?
or find lust, I should say. Oh my god, this one says invoiced me for every single cent he spent on me over the 2-year relationship. I left him, then went back after paying him.
Yo.
That's even funnier because you went back.
That's crazy. That means that he's counting every time he spends on you.
Yeah, honestly, some of them are really bad. Some, like, most of them are just like cheated.
Then went back to
Like, most of them are like
fresh start.
Cheated on me.
Back at zero.
Cheated on me with my own cousin. Oh yeah, where?
And stayed. I keep
Stayed.
forgetting that they're staying.
Yeah, I love how someone goes, Tegan, are you still with your mans? I go, yeah, just thought we'd share some war stories. Thought we could share some war stories. But nah, there are. You know what cracked me up though? Like, I had a couple of friends that commented like 10 times, and I'm like, are you guys okay? Like,
Yeah. There's something really going on here.
But there's so many comments. It's like 800. How about this? Oh, okay.
800.
Used my photos on Tinder and Snapchat pretending I was lesbian, then telling the girls I couldn't meet up, but my best friend was interested. Then he'd send photos of himself as my best friend, and we had just had our second child.
And we stayed.
And you stayed.
See,
that's the thing. You're telling me what your ex did, but you still stayed.
Bro, that's crazy.
That's what the
love is love.
Where are you finding all these villains? They are villains. And people are going, with all these stories, I am sad.
Yeah.
I am sad.
It makes you think, like, it makes you kind of grateful for if you are in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
For the person you have, there's actually some proper crazy people.
Oh my God. He didn't know how to floss his teeth, so he made me do it for him. Then on the way to our date, he then invited his brother to the date. He made me pay for the date, yelled at me for not being grateful. Yet he drove my car to our date that I paid for.
I like how
it was enough at the floss teeth.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
But
like,
you
I like
kept
how it
going.
had just nothing to do with the floss at the end.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, stole my money. Oh, okay, that's the one's about drugs. We don't need to worry about that. Or how about this one? What my tell me the thing your ex did, but you still stayed. He had bed bugs.
Ooh. I don't think I've ever met anyone with bed bugs before. What do bed bugs look like?
I
Are
don't
they
know.
visible?
I don't know. I imagine they look like little kutsus or something. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I really don't. Okay. This one says, told my mum on her wedding day that he wasn't sure if he wanted to be with me. Oh, okay. If I was mum, I'd be like, why'd you tell my daughter this?
Yeah, facts.
Why are you telling me this? Slept with my manager / friend. Plot twist though. Quit my job. Started a new career. Broke up eventually anyway. I'm now living my best life.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah,
Pop
nice.
off, my sis.
Nice.
Pop off. Oh, here we go. Made a fake email. A fake Snapchat to talk to other girls thinking I wouldn't find out. And ladies, if you go on your man's phone and there's a default app called Passwords, you're welcome. Oh, that's doing too much.
I was gonna say, do I have a? No, I don't think I've ever had something called passwords before.
Yeah, I definitely don't have anything. Oh, this one says left me on the side of the road with a torn ACL multiple times.
Multiple times.
How many times have you done your ACL?
Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot of people saying that their ex made them pay for their own engagement ring, or at least pay for half.
Wait, so
I
how?
don't know what the tikanga is around that.
Yeah. Because what's the deal with that? I heard that like when you get an engagement ring,
I want it to be a surprise.
No, yeah, for sure. Like so like it's like the groom will buy the bride her ring, but
Yeah.
I don't know the process of
I
the
think
guy
the
getting his ring.
traditional tikanga is guy buys the engagement ring, what the girl's parents pay for the wedding. I think it's something to be like that.
True.
Yeah, but my mum goes, that's not happening.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, otherwise my dad will have to sell his car. So he's got like a midlife crisis car, and I would never do that to my father.
Yeah, nice.
But she goes, it's not. This is not like a traditional thing, eh? Like we're not paying for half your wedding.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, yeah, it's all good. I made my own money.
Have you decided whether you're gonna have a big or small one?
I
I think that's coming around. Like, sorry to. I feel like it's coming around sooner than you
it's
think.
not. It won't be big.
Not to put ideas in your head, but
No, the boys I work with go. I reckon. End of this year, end of next.
no, for
You're
no.
getting a
I'm just
ring.
saying. I'm just
And
saying.
I'm
Like, I mean,
let me move in with him first in our home.
yeah.
I said, I don't know if we got money for a ring right now, but I don't know. Like, obviously, I'd love that, but
Yeah.
I'd want to live with him and just like
See.
start our lives first. I don't think we'll have a big wedding, but we won't have a real small one because we've got big families and
a lot of
stuff like that.
friends.
But there's not going to be anyone at our wedding that doesn't know both of us. If that makes sense. That's my rule. So
that's a good rule. I like that rule.
yeah, like even if he's got a cousin that's coming, they better have met me. You know what I mean? Yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah.
Like I would want the same for him. I think. Do you know what? I think those are the best of the lot. I love this one. Just he went to jail for years, still stayed.
There's a lot of that though.
Still stayed. And what I will always come back to, and I say this
Because
to
you
all
reap
my
the
friends,
benefits.
I say this to all my friends. When your life gets hectic, and then you hear about someone else's drama or tea or things they're going through, and you go, damn, makes me feel boring, right? Everyone has their messy. No matter how messy your life feels like it's getting.
Yeah, that's a good
so
way to put
I
it.
can guarantee someone's is worse. I can guarantee someone's is messier. So that's my little bit of a little thing for you. If you're ever feeling like, oh my God, it's nonstop, like there's too much drama surrounding me.
Yeah.
Everyone has their messy. Even your friend that looks like they've got the perfect life, I bet they've got something messy going on behind closed doors.
100%.
So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But anyways, Whānau, we better wrap up with our Take a Knee or therapy. We do this at the end of every episode. And what we do is you guys send us some confessions or some things you've done. It's a little bit out the gate in the last week. And we will decide whether we're letting it slide, take a knee, or whether it's a therapy. You might need to go to therapy. So first one, take a knee or therapy. My dad is dying, but he has a $5 jar he always chucks cash in all the time. Since we got the news, I still steal the notes. Well, what's he going to spend it on? Hey, I mean,
It's like,
let's
just ask the broy.
check out the will. I'm sure it's going to you anyway.
Bro, God, $5. Imagine how many $5 you've stolen.
And now he's dying.
I hope that makes you feel bad. I would say, just for the sake that he's dying, therapy.
I'm going to say take a knee. I'm sure Dad will let you have it.
Yeah.
Okay, take a knee or therapy. Saw Randy at Crown one weekend and really wanted to dance on him. Danced on his mate instead.
Fuck off. Dance on my mate. Who? It can't be the one that I'm thinking of.
Who knows?
Crazy. Oh, hey. Taking
Therapy. What do you mean you didn't dance on Randy?
Can you just read that again, please? I just want it for my ego.
Saw Randy at Crown one weekend and really wanted to dance on him. Danced on his mate instead.
I just really want to know who my mate is. Bro, because if it's the bro that I'm thinking of, you would have done it behind my back because we're always together.
Wait, shuckle.
Bro. Hey, happy for you, cuz.
You should have danced on Randy. Okay.
Oh, stink.
Last one. Take a knee or therapy.
I already like that one.
Told my little brother the tooth fairy isn't real. Now every time he loses his tooth, I grab the cash before he knows it's there.
The thing is like those things you have, like, there's got to be...
That's character building for your little brother.
Yeah.
I don't have a little sibling, but I know my sister would have done the same.
Fuck.
I know my sister would. I remember, like, we would talk about things like she would borrow something from me. Like, I remember being a teenager and I had my first part-time job, and I had these really cool jeans, junk food jeans from Wild Pear, my favorite pair of jeans.
Wild Pear, that was the green store, eh?
Yeah. And that was a great store. I wish they still had like a version of that now. And I had these junk food jeans, and she borrowed them one time. And then I remember, like, weeks later, could not find these jeans. I had lost them. And I was so convinced that I had lost them. Wait, my sister took them. She just stole them. And then I don't know what happened with it. She just never gave them back. And I honestly, for years, were like, man, where did I drop those jeans? Like, I lost them. But that was like a lesson. And she was like, yeah, just took them. Didn't care. Like, didn't care at all. And I was like, goddamn. But see, that's what older siblings are meant for that. They have to give you lessons.
That is very true.
So
That's why I'm the only child.
I'm going to say take a knee on that one, and I'm not even the older sibling. Like, I mean, if I was the older sibling, I genuinely think I'd be the best big sis.
I mean, they're going to find out regardless, eh?
Yeah. And then they'll know not to trust everyone.
Yeah, facts. At an early age.
Yeah.
7 years old, can't trust no one.
Yeah, and hide your money is another one. That's another good lesson.
Yeah, and stop losing your teeth so early.
But anyway, so that's all for us this week. We will see you next week, and hope you enjoyed it. But please like, subscribe, do all those things.
Comment
down
know.
below. Tell us if you enjoyed it. But subscribe if you don't follow us over on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Go do that too. But here on YouTube, subscribe, bruh.
+1s. It's really good, promise.